Hello everyone, Godzilla Boy 2004 here, and today we are going to be reviewing these Bandai Godzilla finger puppets. All these are finger puppets, Godzilla finger puppets, except for 4. And we're going to review those 4 first, starting with this little Mothra lava. Right, so when it comes to detail, the Mothra lava is your standard Mothra with his very lumpy segmented body with the basically stubby little legs that don't really count as legs. And one thing weird about this is instead of the little spiky tail end bit, it's got this free spiked tail area. One thing I like about it is actually I really like the coloration. I think the coloration is pretty good. The only negative is, you can't use her as a finger puppet. There's nowhere for your finger to go. You can always pop off this bit because this bit comes off. Okay, I stand corrected because after trying to take this segment off, because there's a line there that shows basically that this is two parts put into one. After attempting to do it, it seems that basically I cannot take this bit off, but yeah, this thing cannot be used as a finger puppet. But yeah, that's Mothra. On to the second non-finger puppet in this review. King Ghidorah. Alright, so for Ghidorah, I would say this is my least favourite out of the non-finger puppet group of this review. For one reason, and one reason only. Look at these wings. The wings are tiny. If you look at it from the front, do you see the wings? No, the wings aren't anywhere. You have to look from the sides to see them. At least with another figure, or Ghidorah, that you're going to see later on in the video. At least with that one, you can actually see the wings from the front. This thing, you really have to look at, you can't really see it from the front, you have to look to the side. That's really my only issue. When it comes to the sculpt, it's actually really good. It's just basically, these two are grumpy and he's giving her a big smile. Say, cheese, Ghidorah, cheese. And they're just I don't want a photo taken, I would destroy a city. Anywho. So yeah, this Ghidorah is... yeah, it's good, besides that one tiny wings issue. On to the next one. Alright, we have... now, this is a finger puppet. You can actually put your finger in there. But I don't know where this is from. It could be from maybe Gamera Revenge, Gamera Assist of the Legion, whatever this says. No, it's not that. I don't know where it's from, but yeah, I'm going to review it anyways. In terms of sculpt, this figure, or finger puppet, has really good sculpt. It looks like it's made of rocks. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It just looks like a rock. In terms of paint, which I haven't really done with the other ones because I forgot, and I'm not going back to do them, the paint on this guy is kind of boring. He's got a bit of orange here, but that's really about it. And yeah, obviously the eyes are painted, but besides that, it's all one solid colour. One negative I have to say about this is that if you look in here, you can see there are these 2 circles. They're there because this figure has an arm-turning gimmick. If this wasn't a finger puppet, because if I try to put my finger in here, as you can see, if the camera focus, it kind of squishes my finger. It doesn't hurt, but the feature shouldn't have been here. It should have belonged onto like a solid figure like these guys. But no, it's a Finger Puppet. It's cool nonetheless, but they shouldn't have had this like arm feature to begin with. But besides that, this thing is good. I'd say it's a bit better than this guy, but still not as good as Mothra. On to our final non-Godzilla Finger Puppet. This guy. Again, I do not know where he's from, so please tell me in the comments. But all I do know is that, well, he looks like something from either Power Rangers, Transformers, probably Power Rangers. And yeah, he's also a finger puppet that actually is comfortable to have on my finger, unlike him. But yeah, it turns out the sculpt, this guy's really interesting. Like, he's got a Triceratops head on his arm. He's got some type of gun. And he's just weird, but in a good way all around. In terms of paint, this is the best one out of all of them. In terms of like colours, he's got like greys, he's got blacks, a bit of brown, a bit of red, and his base colour, like, plastic colour thing seems to be yellow, unless that's somehow painted on as well, which I doubt. But yeah, I don't know what this is, but it's really good, and yeah. Now on to the actual Godzilla figures. First up is Mecha Godzilla, and something I just found out as I'm recording this is that Mecha Godzilla's head can actually move. Well, alright, so I'll show you later. See, and unlike this guy, it does not actually affect when you put it on your finger. This actually, I don't feel the joints, and on here it doesn't feel uncomfortable. Saying that, this thing has one issue though, which is probably quite common with some finger puppets, no matter if they're Godzilla or not. It's extremely loose on the finger. You may be saying, well, of course it's loose on the finger, because you don't want it to be stuck on your finger. Which, yes, that's true. But this figure, well, I mean, I can call them figures of puppets, but this puppet, he may have been squished my finger, but at least then he stays on, he can still be taken off. This thing, you can put on, but if you put him upside down, there's a high chance you'll fall off. But anyways, let's go on to, like, paint. Right, this figure, in terms of paint, is, he hasn't got any, besides his eyes. The rest of his body is, like, of translucent, like, glittery plastic, which I think doesn't suit Mechagodzilla 2, but I would say it maybe suits Mechagodzilla 3, also known as Kiryu, maybe? I should know. But, yeah. Alright, so that's basically all. Oh, wait, I've got detail. In terms of detail, with camera focus, despite it being all glittery, despite the plastic being glittery, it just does not take away from all these features. It looks quite accurate to how he looks like in the film. Well, besides being all like cheapified. And yeah. So he's done. On to the next figure. Next is Dagora from Rebirth of Mothra 2. Right, Dagora here, despite not appearing in a Godzilla movie, I would still consider him a Godzilla monster, simply because Mothra's a Godzilla monster, and despite Rebirth of Mothra being a solo Mothra film, Mothra is still technically a Godzilla monster, so yeah. But anyways, in terms of detail, this figure is dripped out. This is a really good detailed figure. Like, despite his his back looking like a nutsack. He looks really, really good. Don't they? He looks like a nutsack in the movie, in terms of back wise. Yeah, I'd give it. I really like this, like these details, and the little like innocent dragon-looking face he's giving. It's just adorable. When it comes to paint, oh my goodness, this is epic. Just like, look, you got gentle goldness, or more bronze. Like, just look at it. I don't have to say anything. The paint on the head, a masterpiece. Paint on the just under here, masterpiece. Everywhere, it's just epic. I really like this one, and it doesn't. And unlike one other one over there, you know who I'm referring to. This guy's really good to like use. He's not too loose, nor is he too tight. There's a dirty joke somewhere, but I'm not going to say it. Yeah, I really like this one. He's adorable and really cool at the same time. On to the next figure. I keep saying figures, they're not figures, they're finger puppets. Next. Baby Zilla. But I don't just have one, I've got two. The Baby Zilla twins, I'm going to call them. I'm going to use this one as a main focus. So, screw that one. In terms of sculpt, this figure is good. I like it. And I would say that, like, it's just like what it looks like in the movie. And basically, it looks like a raptor. Well, not a real life raptor, because otherwise, well, this would look a lot different if it was based off of a real raptor, instead of the Jurassic Park raptor. In terms of the sculpt, this is really well sculpted. Like, if you saw what it looks like in the film, which I don't have the editing skills to put on screen, well, it looks really good. Besides one thing, obviously, the eyes. The eyes are very big compared to the movie. But that's obviously because this is more like a chibi design, but still looking at least a little bit more like Godzilla. And yeah, and when it comes to paint, there's more than meets the eye here. In terms of when it comes to the head, there's a lot of like this dark bluish black color. It looks black out. It looks black off camera, but on camera it looks more bluish. And round about the outer layers is where it's most prominent, but as you get closer to the center of the top of the head, it looks a bit more like yellow. And then you have usual painted eyeball, focus camera, and then you also have the painted toenails. And yeah, that's it for paint, and that's it for sculpt. And this thing has no articulation. So yeah, on to the next one. Alright, so we just saw the Baby Godzilla 1998, or Godzilla. Now let's look at the adult. Yet again, I have two of these figures, and because of that, I'm going to review one of them. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a frog, bite its toe. If it bites you, then let it go. I made this all up. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Alright. Sorry, I like you more, but you're going. No. Okay, don't mind the sudden location change. I've had to go to my messy desk because my cat's on where I was just on. So yeah. Anyways, in terms of like sculpt, I would say this Godzilla. Well, it's not Godzilla. It's just Zilla. And it's Zilla is really good. Like all these, majority of these figures have whacked out of the park, including this Zilla figure. It's a puppet, not a figure. Anyways, yeah, the sculpt, you can tell, like, if you saw this, you would know it's Godzilla 1998. Just look at it. resemblance is uncanny. But anyways, in terms of paint, just like, it's pretty basic. Just like the Babyzilla, it's got colour on the head, which in this case is silver instead of like bluish black. Also got green eyes, yellow eyes. At least I think the other one had the yellow eyes. Yep, yellow eyes. And painted like nails. Oh, and also a painted back as well. Unlike the one over, unlike him. But anyways, that's pretty much all for Zilla. On to the next one. He's looking right at me. Here comes Godzilla 54. Alright, Godzilla 54. Alright, so let's get this out of the way. People complain about Godzilla 54 not having eyes or face left and right. But I would say it's kind of a good thing, because when things have eyes that are looking in opposite directions, it tends to look rather goofy. Just look at Godzilla from the 1984 film. People say he's intimidating, but really, as Alex Hunter says, he looks a bit derpy from the front. But this isn't about Godzilla 1984, it's about the original. In terms of sculpt, obviously this is a chibi design, so it's obviously not going to be fully accurate to the film. But besides that, this is a really good sculpt. Like, it feels like a guy in a rubber suit, which is what the original film was. It seems like also be a green like stain. I just got this today off eBay, so I don't know where he got that stain. Did he puke somewhere, or did he eat some green beans? But anyways, besides that little hiccup there, the rest of the figure is pretty basic, but pretty cool. Shiny silver dorsal plates, along with like bone yellow teeth, eyes, claws, and feet, with some large black pupils. And yeah, I really like this figure, but just like the Mechagodzilla, he doesn't really stay on the finger too well. And yeah, it's because I got tiny fingers. Anyways, well, they're not tiny, but it's like, let's go on to the next figure. The Heisei King Ghidorah. First off, this Ghidorah doesn't have any long necks, which looks really funny. It shows why Ghidorah's always had long necks, because if he didn't, he would look really awkward. And unlike the previous Ghidorah, you can actually see the wings behind Ghidorah. I personally like the color of this Ghidorah, but can you see the Showa Ghidorah's wings in comparison to these ones? I can't. Maybe there, but I can barely notice it right there. Here, you can actually see it. And yeah, another thing. This thing's a finger puppet. This one's not. And yeah. Going back to the paints. Well, the paint's not really there. We've got painted teeth, eyes, and toes. That's about it. But in terms of sculpts, it's a pretty good sculpt. Looks like it came straight out of the movie, besides the basically no necks and the chibi features. And yeah, that's all I have to say about the last Ghidorah. On to the next figure. And now we have the Space Boy, Space Godzilla. Yet again, going on sculpt first, because I think occasionally we wouldn't paint first. But anyways, in terms of sculpt, yeah, this is one of my favorite sculpts. Except he's got like blue in his mouth. They didn't bother to like make him like have pink inside his mouth. Like, well, maybe not pink, but like any color but blue, because it looks like he just ate a bunch of Smurfs. Or the creators are just saying that maybe the creators are being a bit lazy, or it could be this thing's too small to like put the mouth put something in the mouth to make it look more like a traditional mouth. Saying that, this thing's got an equal head in size to the NECA Godzillas, and they were able to make at least have an open mouth. I think what the creator of this thing could have done would have at least had a closed mouth instead of an open mouth, because then you wouldn't have a bunch of blue in his mouth. Put this guy back on display. But besides that, the sculpt is pretty good. And the paint, fantastic. It's got red underneath, and there's meatball stomach region. He's got the white teeth with the Biollante tusks on the side, and his usual white nails, and his crown. I think that's a crown. Well, the thing he had on the head. And he's got a nice white dry brush. I think that's a dry brush for his crystals and dorsal plates. Yeah. Now on to the final 3 of this review. And the first one is going to be Godzilla from Godzilla vs. Mothra, 1964. First off, I'd like to say this Godzilla is absolutely adorable. Just look at that. He's got his hand up, he's hello, I'm here to destroy a city. Can I destroy it? No? Okay, head back to the ocean. It's so cute, it really fits this little Godzilla. But anyways, so now going back to the traditional review. Now going on to the sculpt of Godzilla 1964. I'd say it's really accurate to the film. Maybe, actually, from the front, it looks a bit like he's from the 1954 film. But I can tell from, just everything else, he's from Godzilla vs. Mothra. What you need now is a Mothra lava. Perfect. But yeah, I really like his sculpt. Sure, and his hand painting makes him look really cute. But yeah, you can tell this is 1964 Godzilla. And in terms of paint, it's got his usual. Despite him being blue, Godzilla's never really been blue, except when he's using his atomic breath. Normally, Space Godzilla's blue when it comes to merchandise, even though he wasn't blue in the movie. But anyway, you got your normal bone yellow nails, toenails, teeth, and eyes. And yeah, that's pretty much it for paint. Well, and also silver dorsal plates. On to the next one, which is Tin Can, also known as Mechagodzilla 2. And I got to say, this is one of my favorites, if not my favorite. Well, yeah, it's my second favorite, because there's another one after this one which is my favorite. In terms of sculpt, I don't know how they did it. They managed to turn Mechagodzilla 2, which is human-shaped, and if you just took the original mold and turn it into a finger puppet, you wouldn't really be able to use it as a finger puppet, into this, which looks really good and really accurate to film, besides slight chibi features. But the chibi features are not onto the level of this guy. This guy is way more chibi than this guy. But anyways, we've done him we did him earlier. On to the cool dude. Yeah, so the sculpt. This is just amazing. Even to the tiny level, you can see little lines and all this tiny bit of detail that really makes this little thing shine. Especially because I don't know, something about it just looks really good. And I personally don't mind this design of Mechagodzilla. People say that they don't like it because it's not intimidating, but it's meant to represent your country. Why would you want it to look intimidating? It would scare people, and then people wouldn't like it. If it looks more friendly, then like it, and then, well, people would believe in this Godzilla, or Mechagodzilla. And people then would not be scared of it, they would actually find it, well, good. Which was the main goal. This is not an alien super weapon, this is built by humans. So it's meant to basically be nice and represent the country and show a sign of hope against the battle against Godzilla. Arrgh. Also, when it comes to paint, only his eyes are coloured, I think. Unless the entire figure is painted in shiny silver plastic, which I doubt. But no, yeah. Besides the eyes, there's no extra paint. But saying that, in the film, he also had minimalist paint. Well, like, in terms of colour-wise, it was mostly silver. Anyways, on to the next figure. Now on to the final figure, which I think, well, like me personally, I think is the best, and is my favourite. Godzilla, from the Heisei era. And oh boy, it's a good one. First off, look at this sculpt. This screams Godzilla. Just like how this Ghidorah screams Ghidorah. And these two, oh, they were built to fight. Yeah. Just like, look at it from the front point of view. Like, that is intimidating besides the large eyes. And it looks just like it did in 1993 when he fought Mechagodzilla. And also, despite him basically being slightly cheapified, his tail isn't a stub, unlike other figures, I mean, puppets. Which isn't saying anything bad about this figure. I'm just saying that I just really like the long tail of this figure. This is still a good thing though. It's still a good puppet. In terms of paint, for the most part, it's average, but it still looks ferocious. Like, the orange on the yellow is amazing. The painted tongue is excellent. I adore those teeth because they're not sloppy painted unlike, well, SF Monster Arts. The claws, really good. And the toes of the Godzilla, good. Okay, well, it looks like it's all one giant toe because they were a joint, but hey, it's a tiny thing, so I can forgive it. And in terms of dorsal plates, these are some good dorsal plates. Actually, look at that dry brushing. It's just like every other figure. The dry brushing is amazing. The only negative bits to this figure are random bits of paint, like here, and here. But those are very minor. Really, I think this thing is perfect. It's the best one, and yeah, I personally find it amazing. So yes, nothing beats this one. It's amazing, and I adore it. So that will be it for this review of these tiny Bandai Godzilla figures. Puppets, not figures. If you guys enjoyed, like and subscribe, and I will see you another time. Goodbye.